Two women, same city, same salary, same age. One wakes up on Saturday morning and feels peace. The other wakes up and pulls the covers over her head. Hi, I'm Serena, and welcome to Serena Invest. Let me tell you about these two women. Both live in Atlanta. Both work corporate jobs. Both bring home around $65,000 a year after taxes. The first woman, let's call her Jade, wakes up on a Saturday morning. She checks her phone. Her savings account shows $14,200. She puts the phone down, makes herself a cup of coffee, and sits by the window. No rush, no anxiety, just quiet. The second woman, let's call her Monique, wakes up that same Saturday. She checks her phone too. Her checking account shows $87. Her credit card balance shows $4,300. Her stomach drops. She puts the phone face down and pulls the covers over her head. Same city, same salary, same age, completely different lives. And here's the strange part. Monique actually spends less on rent than Jade. She drives a cheaper car. She doesn't take vacations. So where is all her money going? That's what this video is really about. Most people think the answer is simple. Make more money, get a raise, start a side hustle, grind harder. But here's the truth nobody talks about. Income is not the problem. Monique doesn't have a salary problem. She has a money behavior problem. And no raise will fix that. If your habits bleed money, a bigger paycheck just means bigger bleeding. I've seen women making $120,000 a year living paycheck to paycheck, and I've seen women making $45,000 with $20,000 in savings. The difference was never how much they earned. It was what they kept doing with what they had. Here's the one concept that explains everything in this video. Write it down if you need to. You don't control your money. Your habits control your money. Every dollar that leaves your account follows a pattern, a behavior, a reflex. And most of those reflexes, you didn't choose them. They were built over years of stress, emotion, and convenience. Your money isn't disappearing. It's being redirected automatically by habits you never examined. That's the real problem. Not your income, not your bills, your unconscious money patterns. And until you see them, you can't stop them. Let me show you what I mean with real numbers. The average American woman spends $2,497 per year on impulse purchases. That's things she didn't plan to buy, didn't need, didn't even want 48 hours later. Now break that down. That's $208 a month gone. Not to bills, not to rent, to random purchases driven by mood. But it gets worse. The average person has 12 subscription services. Most people only actively use 3 or 4, the rest, forgotten, still charging every month. That's roughly $130 a month going nowhere, $1,560 a year. Add in convenient spending, delivery apps, ride shares when you could drive, premium versions of free apps, and you're looking at another $150 a month. $1,800 a year. Let's add it up. Impulse purchases, $2,497. Unused subscriptions, $1,560. Convenient spending, $1,800. That's $5,857 a year. Almost $6,000 gone every single year. Not because you're irresponsible, because your habits are running on autopilot. That's the difference between Jade and Monique. Jade examined her patterns. Monique didn't. Let me give you the 5 habits you need to stop doing right now. Not next month, not after your next paycheck. Now. You had a bad day at work, your boss was rude, you're exhausted, so you open your phone and buy something. A candle, a new top, take out for the 3rd time this week. It feels like relief, but it's not. It's a transaction. You're trading future stability for present comfort. The consequence? You wake up the next morning still stressed. But now you're stressed and $47 poorer. What to do instead? When you feel the urge to buy something after a bad day, set a 24-hour timer. If you still want it tomorrow, buy it. Most of the time, you won't even remember what it was. Friday hits, you feel like you deserve something, brunch on Saturday, drinks on Friday night, a new outfit for Sunday dinner. Weekend spending is where most budgets quietly die. The average woman spends 40% more on weekends than weekdays. That's not a guess. That's bank data. If you spend $60 extra every weekend, that's $3,120 a year. For brunches and outfits you won't remember in a month. What to do instead? Give yourself a weekend cash budget, $40, cash, not card. When it's gone, it's gone. You'll be shocked how creative you become. Your friend invites you to dinner. Your coworker's birthday party needs a group gift. Your cousin is selling something and wants your support. Every yes costs money, and most of them don't align with what you actually want for your life. Saying no isn't selfish, it's strategic. Because every dollar you spend on someone else's plans is a dollar stolen from your own. What to do instead? Before saying yes, ask yourself, would I choose this if no one asked me? If the answer is no, decline politely, firmly. $4.99 here, $9.99 there, $2.99 for that app, $6.99 for that upgrade. Small charges are invisible killers. You don't feel them, you don't notice them, but they stack. Every month, 15 to 20 small charges add up to $150 to $250 you never consciously chose to spend. The consequence? You check your balance and think, where did my money go? It went to 47 tiny transactions you've already forgotten. What to do instead? Once a month, open your bank statement, highlight every charge under $15, add them up. The total will shock you. Then cancel everything that doesn't bring you real, measurable value. This is the one that traps people. Your credit card feels like extra money. It's not. It's borrowed time. Every swipe at 22% APR means you're paying $1.22 for every $1 you spend. A $200 dinner becomes $244. A $500 shopping spree becomes $610. The consequence? You work harder to pay off money you already spent on things you already forgot. What to do instead? If you can't pay for it in cash right now, you can't afford it, period. Use your credit card only for things you could buy with your debit card. Pay the balance every month, no exceptions. Here's what most people do. They hear advice like this and think, okay, I'll start budgeting. But budgeting isn't the answer either, because a budget tells you where to put your money. It doesn't fix why your money keeps disappearing. You can have the most beautiful spreadsheet in the world, color-coded, formula-driven, perfect, and still be broke by the 22nd of every month, because the spreadsheet doesn't stop you from opening DoorDash at 9 p.m. when you're tired. It doesn't stop you from clicking Add to Cart during your lunch break. It doesn't stop you from splitting a check you shouldn't have been at that table for in the first place. The issue isn't the plan, the issue is the pattern. And patterns change when you become aware of them, not before. That's why Jade isn't rich because she budgets. Jade is stable because she interrupted her patterns. She noticed the reflex. She paused before spending. She made her money move slowly instead of fast. That's the whole secret. Slow money down. I know what you're thinking right now, because I used to think it too. But I work hard. I deserve nice things. Yes, you do. But deserving something and affording it are two different conversations. You deserve a mansion too. That doesn't mean you should buy one tomorrow, or maybe you're thinking, I don't even spend that much. But have you actually looked, not estimated, not guessed, looked at every transaction for the last 90 days? Most people haven't, because it's uncomfortable, because it feels like judgment, because deep down, you already know. You know about the subscriptions you forgot, the delivery orders that piled up, the late-night purchases you made when you were lonely or bored or stressed, and you feel shame about it, like you should have known better. But here's what I want you to hear. This isn't about shame, it's about sight. You can't fix what you can't see. And for too long, your habits have been hiding in plain sight. You're not bad with money. You've just never been taught to watch how your money moves. Let me redefine something for you. Wealth is not a number in your bank account. Wealth is options. Wealth is being able to quit a job that disrespects you and not panic about rent. Wealth is being able to take a week off when your body tells you to rest without checking if you can afford it. Wealth is saying no to plans you don't want to attend because your financial stability doesn't depend on someone else's approval. Wealth is waking up on a Saturday morning and feeling nothing. No dread, no anxiety, no stomach drop, just peace. That is what Jade has. Not a fancy car, not a bigger apartment, not designer bags. She has options, she has margin, she has air, and that's what these 5 habits steal from you. Not just money, they steal your freedom, your options, your calm. Every impulse buy, every ignored charge, every emotional swipe. It doesn't just cost you dollars, it costs you choice. And choice is the most expensive thing you own. Remember Jade and Monique? Same salary, same city, same age. Now you understand the difference. Jade didn't get lucky. She didn't inherit money. She didn't get a secret promotion. She just stopped doing 5 things. The 5 things I showed you today. She stopped spending when she was emotional. She stopped bleeding money on weekends. She stopped saying yes to everyone. She stopped ignoring small charges. And she stopped pretending her credit card was income, and that's it. No complicated system, no financial degree required, no spreadsheet needed, just 5 habits interrupted. And now, when Jade wakes up on Saturday morning, she doesn't check her phone with fear. She checks it with calm, because she knows exactly where her money is. Meanwhile, Monique is still pulling the covers over her head, not because she earns less, because she hasn't stopped yet. The question isn't whether you can do this. You can. The question is whether you'll stop doing what's costing you everything, because your money doesn't have a leak. It has a pattern, and now you can see it. If this video made you stop and think, share it with one woman who needs to hear it. Subscribe to Serena Invest for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one.